everyone, Linda Israel here, and today I'm going to share with you the Brutus Monroe Stamp of the Month Club stamp. This is what will be shipped out in September, so you sign up by the end of August and you can get this for $5. I'm also going to show you an embossing folder. This one is called Vintage Tapestry. The stamp of the month this month is a little taco, and it says, "I love you more than tacos." What I'm going to do for my project today is we've been doing page swaps in the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. And so I thought it would be fun to make this type of theme of a journal page. But this could also be used for a greeting card or something like that. So the first things that I've done is I hand drew a heart onto a piece of red paper, and then I traced it onto a piece of black paper so that I could have a little mat, if you will. So I've got those components, and then I've cut a piece of old letterhead that has been sprayed with Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist down to be 8 inches tall by 10.5 inches wide, because that's what we swap in our group when we swap things. And I've cut some scrapbook paper that I'm going to put on the front. So I'm going to start assembling this and show you what I'm going to make. I'm going to use a little bit of let me get this right glue, because this one will work better with this paper. I've got some Brutus Monroe glue. It has a really nice fine tip on it, so that when you go to add glue, you only have to add a little bit. And I just remembered what I wanted to do before I adhered that down. I want to add some distressing to the edge of this scrapbook paper. So I've got some Tim Holtz in black soot. I'm just going to go around the edge real quick like. Alright, I'm going to punch right about in the center here. So I'm just kind of folding and put a little crease so I'll know where the center is. A small circle hole, because when I adhere this down, it's going to have a pocket behind it. So like so. What I'm going to do next is use the Brutus Monroe glue and adhere 3 sides, leaving this one side open. I'm going to distress this piece, and it's going to be adhered on the back. I'm adhering only on 3 sides because this will be a pocket as well. There's a little printed number on this letterhead, so I'm just using some washi tape to help cover that up. I want a tag that's going to go into this pocket back here, so I have some scraps of paper and some fabric here that I'm going to use to make a little tag. So I'm going to fold this over on the top, and then I'm going to use my sewing machine to sew it into place. So there is the little tag that's going to go into this pocket. I'm going to use my Misty and load the taco stamp so that I can stamp. I want to stamp on the inside in the center top, just because I think it's a funny stamp and I think it would look cute. So I'm just placing this where I want it. And then I'm going to ink it up with Brutus Monroe black ink. Now we have the taco at the top of the page. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I cleaned my stamp, and now I'm going to put a scrap piece of white paper in my Misty, and I'm going to stamp the little taco. I plan to color and then cut it out. I've got a scrap piece of paper, and I've got a punch, and my idea is that I want this to be a speech bubble that I'm going to use on my project here. So I'm going to go in and punch a couple of these. So I've got the text, "I love you more than tacos," and I'm just going to place this onto my little bubble as soon as I get it lined up. And I will stamp this with the detail ink again. I got a few colors of my chameleon markers, and I'm going to go in and color the taco. The chameleon markers you can blend with the colorless, or you can use the color toppers. Today I'm going to use the colorless just to get different shades of the same color. Alright, the taco has been colored. I'll fussy cut this out. I'm going to use the distressed ink to go around the edges. I'm going to place the heart in the embossing folder and run it through my vagabond. What's nice about this embossing folder is that the embossing's on both sides, so you're going to get a really nice impression. I'm going to use the distressing tool to add a little bit of height to the design, just lightly rubbing over it. I'm going to adhere this heart on top of the black heart. I've got a little piece of cheesecloth that I think would look good behind this taco, and I'm going to spray it with Tattered Angel's Emerald Green to give it some color. I'm going to use some Aleene's Tacky Glue, as it's a little bit thicker than the Brutus Monroe for this application, and I'm going to put it on the back side of this taco. Then when I push this down on top of the cheesecloth, it'll adhere the taco and the cheesecloth together. I'm going to use some pop dots to adhere my heart to the page. I'm going to do it on the outside edges because I want this to have a pocket in it. I've got a packaging from some jewelry components in a scrap piece of some grid paper. I also have a scrap of fabric. So what I'm going to do is glue this piece of paper to the fabric so it covers up all the text. I'm just going to use some of this Brutus Monroe and glue this on top. I'm going to place the little stack of paper inside, and I'm going to punch a hole where the other hole was through the fabric. I'm going to use my stapler to staple this so that it will stay together. I've got a little scrap of ribbon here. I'm going to cut a piece of this to go through the hole. I'm going to put the little I love you more than tacos on top here, but I'm going to go around the edge real quick like with some distressed ink. This will go here. I have this really funky looking photo that my brother gave to me that he picked up out of the trash. One of the photos said that it was from 1996. It was a duplicate, and I just thought it would be funny to put I love you more than tacos on this picture. And I'm just going to distress this photo by putting the black soot around the edges. And that pocket that I made earlier, I'm just going to slip that right down inside. So it's kind of a cute little surprise that you can pull out. This little thing's going to go here in the back. And here is what I've created for a journal page. I love you more than tacos. It's got a little notepad that you can write on. Of course, the taco that I made here on the front. Then we've got the pull out of the photograph right here. And then on the inside, I stamped the tacos and put a little piece of washi tape. And then we've got our tag on the back that I made with some scraps of paper and fabric. I hope you enjoyed seeing another way to use the stamp of the month. Make sure you sign up for it. It's only $5. That includes shipping, and you get this really cute little stamp. Have some fun with it. If you will, like my video, share it with your friends. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you'll get notifications next time I have a video up. Check out the Brutus Monroe fan club for examples that are shared by other people around the world. And of course, if you haven't checked out the Friendly Junk Journal people, please do, because you'll see great swaps, lots of inspiration, and just really general friendliness. Have a fabulous day. Thanks for watching. Bye.